Oh, should we mute it? All right, what's up, y'all? I didn't allow y'all to get in here. I didn't allow for. I didn't allow for nothing. But we back. Absolute Sure Podcast. We got a couple things to get into tonight. It might be shorter than usual. Who knows how technology is going to work? Bryce is on location. He's on location
That's good.
wherever he's at right now. Hopefully, I can hear him good. That's really all that matters in today's day and age. But anyways, got a couple things we want to talk about. So I don't know if you want to get into good things first while I tweet out this link.
Yeah. I got a few good things, man. We out here in Utah and Logan.
Utah.
Mountains are hella beautiful, and we just did some mountain biking earlier, but it was like automatic, so that shit was pretty fun.
Automatic with like a motor on it.
Yeah. So shit, you ain't really have to push up the hill or nothing. Like that hoe just took you. That hoe was live.
Y'all in the part of Utah where like the Mormons and shit live?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I didn't even know Mormons was out here.
Not there's like Salt Lake City or some shit like that where they got the big Mormon,
Yeah, I'm about to say.
the Mormon communities. D-Wade using his
Yeah.
son.
The weirdest thing is everybody looks at us. Everybody. Like, I'm sure they seen black people before, but like.
It's like
I
a
don't
white
think
dominated. I mean, it's Utah, so it's like a white dominated place.
Well, I think Logan is. I don't know about Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City a pretty big city.
Why y'all in Logan?
What?
Like what's Logan? Like, is that
Utah
where they
State.
play or some shit?
Yeah, that's where Utah. It's like an hour away from Salt Lake City.
Okay. Let me just end some of this shit right here, so I can see the check, see everything going on. All right. Anyways, that's all I got for good things today.
Then shit, the channel going crazy still. So shit, appreciate y'all whoever been out there. Shout out Flying Low, bro. Shout out Flying Low.
Flying Low be on your shit, talking, commenting, doing his thing.
He be on that thing, man. Active. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's how you got it. That's what you want. You want to build that community of people. You hit 100 subscribers. They send you a little email like, "Hey, congratulations on your 100 subscribers." And
Hey, man. I appreciate the little email.
that's what I'm saying. Hey, it don't make any emails. Good email. Now you could create your own URL if you want to. You could, you know what I'm saying? You got to go into YouTube.
I
Like
don't know what that is.
if you go into the YouTube like actual on your computer, you know how it's like www.youtube.com/ whatever. You can make it like / Emerald Gamer and whatever, pretty much whatever you want. As long as it's not taken, you can make it / that. See, speaking of Flying Low, Flying Low's in the building. He's a happy 420.
Man, shout out to Flying Low for being active, man. I said I appreciate you, big dog.
Happy 420. I ain't a smoker, but you know, if you out there smoking and doing what you do, happy 420 to you as well.
Big thanks.
Were you able to partake or no?
Light one up for me.
You wasn't able to partake? That it ain't legal in Utah?
Shit, I don't know. I wouldn't even try to.
Oh, well, shit. Anyways, my good thing, you know, pretty much the same thing every time. Family's doing great. Life's doing good. Just everything's doing great, man. Salute Super Chat for the 420 Super Chat from Flying Low in honor of 420, the day of today. So, what you want to get to first? We can get to the orgasm shit. We can get to the D-Wade shit.
Let's talk about the baby because I think this topic's so spicy. Let's have some more people in here.
Okay.
When we talk about
the baby, the only the baby thing, because I didn't even see the kissing shit. I don't even know nothing about that. All I seen was him shoot somebody when they ran up in his yard. That's the latest thing from the baby I seen. Somebody tried to run up his property and he shot him. He tripped. You talking about the shooting?
No, I forgot about that shit.
Oh, I don't think that's not tripping. That's not tripping. That's okay.
No. I said he always trending.
Oh, trending. Okay. But yeah,
I forgot about this shit.
Yeah. So you wouldn't even want to expound on the kissing? I didn't see the kiss thing.
Yeah. Oh well, for me it's wild. Like most people, like when you tweet, you make a video, they feel like they get a glimpse of your life and they know who you are. So when you see something like the baby doing that, it's like, how is that nigga behind closed doors, dog? Like,
but what'd he do? What was he trying to do?
So he was basically leaving like a little scene, looked like a red carpet thing, and it like it was greeting fans on the way out. But he looked like drunk as shit, and he like grabbing on the lady trying to force him to kiss her in public. Like they said, other women was trying to kiss him or some shit, but for some reason he picked the girl in the crowd that wasn't trying to get active, and he was like.
That's how these celebrities do, man. They be like,
bro,
they have a sea of women.
Like a 10-second clip. You might need to watch it real quick.
I think I seen it. I think I seen a little glimpse, but I didn't see the full. You know what I'm saying? the full thing of him trying to force himself on a woman. But that's how we've seen celebrities be. They be, they have a sea of women coming after them. That's why we always like, how does this happen? How does a Bill Cosby happen? How does a R. Kelly happen? How do these things happen? We know there's a slew of women that want to get to them.
Yeah, I think it's a little insecurity. Like, nigga, what about you don't want me? All these other bitches want me. Now I'm mad. Just like a comic, like, why the fuck you not laughing, nigga? I got everybody in the room laughing but you.
Oh yeah, I see him. It look a little weird. Yeah, it do look bad. It looks bad. It looks because he like grabbing her face. Crazy. He's trying to bring her in for the kiss. It's like, let that one go, big dog. There's probably plenty of chicks right there that want to give you a little kiss. Just go ahead and grab the next one that'll let you get some love. And that's all you got to do.
And then people gonna micromanage. They was like, man, look how mad he got when she denied him. He look like
they gonna get any. Everybody becomes body language experts. Everybody is a psychologist. Everybody can break down every situation, every scenario when they see that shit on social media. Everybody becomes an expert in something when they see the show on social media. He was so mad. Look at the anger in his eyes. The way that you could tell he's about to slap her. Whatever he was doing. These two niggas got beef.
What niggas?
Trail and Flying Low. They've been not like real beef, but they've been having a little tit for tats in the chat the past couple of days. Because Trail the photographer was talking. I forgot what we was talking about. I think we was talking about Trey Songz. And he said, "I'm ready." Because I was talking about Trey Songz and Rory talking about the documentary and shit like this. I mean, it's kind of in the same subject. And what happened? He said, "I can't wait to see Diddy's doc." Right? And I was like, I don't think Diddy's doc would be like an assault thing. I think a Diddy doc would just be kind of more like a. I think Hugh Hefner did it. I think Hugh Hefner did assault people, but I would say his shit would be more like a Hugh Hefner, like things happened at his parties, right?
Yeah, that I agree with that, but I also think he gonna have a lot of homo shit too.
But see, that's the thing that Trailer Photographer was saying. He was saying, I can't wait for him to come out, and then Flying Low took it. Why you want this man to come out? Why? Like it was just a funny, like a little back and forth these niggas been having the past couple of days. But why do people think Diddy like what? How do people give off the gay thing? Like, I never understand who do we pick out as he might be gay, he's gay.
When he told 50 Cent, I'm gonna take you shopping, that's some wild shit.
He gonna take him shopping. I'm big money, man. I'll take you shopping. What's up,
bro? And the Franklin and Man Boy shit, that shit crazy.
What's Franklin and Man Boy?
They was like posted up at the crib and shit. He like, yeah, man, you look good as shit.
I mean, he just, he just respecting a good looking brother, man. That's all. God damn, man, he gotta be all right.
Nah, he was like, go sit on my lap type shit.
Oh, see, but he didn't. He's saying something like that. He didn't actually say sit on my lap.
Bro, nah, you know when a nigga flirting, bro. We all know when a nigga flirting, bro. That nigga was flirting, bro. That's why 50 Cent was mad, bro. Like, hey, different. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna buy you a watch for your birthday.
Appreciate it.
I'm flirting with you. But nigga say I'm gonna take you shopping. When you gonna let me take you shopping?
Hey, if I was a millionaire, would you let me take you shopping? Let's go to the Galleria, my nigga. It's your birthday. I'm gonna take you shopping, dog. What's up?
You heard how you said that shit?
What? I'm gonna take you to the Galleria. We're gonna go shopping.
Dog, when you gonna take me shopping is a very specific line that you tell the females.
Oh, he said when you gonna let me take you shopping?
Yeah, like he been waiting on me. Like
that's a little different. I ain't gonna ask no.
You know what I'm
saying? I ain't gonna ask no man when you gonna let me. I might say like, hey, bro, it's your birthday coming up. Let's go ball out or something. Let's go spend a little bit of money. But it's the industry, man. It's how these guys they do their shit.
That's a good transition.
To what, the Nipsey shit?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if this is. We obviously probably never know if this is true or not. And I'm gonna speak about this a little bit more tomorrow on my show. I'm gonna speak about what you obviously right here, but I'm gonna play like video that I got and all type of other shit I got on it. But I can kind of sum up the video right here because I saw the full video. Your shit sounded a little crazy. It's making a bunch of little pop noises. But anyways, let's let Bryce regroup real quick.
Still doing that?
Nah, you good. You sound better right now. You hear me?
All right, bet.
Anyways,
yeah,
so obviously WAC 100, who is the games manager, who's now getting into media, he does Clubhouse shit, whatever, right? He's trying to get in media. And Hassan Campbell, we've talked about Hassan Campbell on this podcast plenty of times. The gangster guy, I'm rock your snot box, all that shit, right? he had a call with Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell recorded the call with him and Whack 100. And they was cool at the 6ix9ine interview. After the 6ix9ine interview, somehow they fell out, and Hassan Campbell released, the calls. And pretty much what Whack 100 was telling Hassan on the phone was like, you know, even Nipsey. Like I got a tape on Nipsey as well. He, a gay tape. It was him. And this is kind of crazy. When you just hear me out. This is crazy. And you think of Nipsey Hussle, you'd be like, is that true? So everybody said he would have guys come and fuck Lauren London with him, right? And this is Whack 100's words. He said Nipsey Hussle was hitting it from the back. The guy was Lauren London. Well, he said baby mama, but we're just gonna assume. Let's say baby mama. The baby mama was sucking the guy's dick, and as soon as the guy nutted on the baby mama's face, Nipsey went to the baby mama's face, grabbed her by the hair, and started making out with her with the nut on her face. That's what he said. He said there's a video of it, and then he said also like the leader of the Rolling 60 or former leader, whatever, this guy named Big U, was like another big gang guy in LA, was like trying to extort Nipsey Hussle when he died. Like, how do I go and get his 30%? And there's a lot of grimy, snaky type of shit. And Whack 100 is supposed to be like Big U's friend, so it just looks, it looks a little shifty. It looks a little shady. And he's supposed to be big gangsters. Like, these are big gangsters, like, and they talking like this, kind of like,
Yeah, well, this is a little off topic. Whack 100 a little weird to me. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of the stuff that's been coming up with him, bro, with the Ride Rich shit, now this, and there's been a few other takes that he ain't had. He just seemed like a shock jock at this point to me. Yeah, I don't know if I'm tripping or not.
No, that's exactly what it is. It's like, this is how it is too. Is because he has credibility because for people he's like a street guy. In LA, they claim him as like one of the top guys in the streets. And then also, he has industry credibility because he was Ray J's manager, he was Game's manager, he was all these people's manager. So he has some level of credibility. So when he says things, he knows they're going to get picked up because he has that credibility. Like if anybody else was to say this, nobody would probably pick it up, nobody would believe it. But since it's him, he knows that he has that credibility and it's going to go viral. And in today's media, like I said earlier when I was talking about him, I said it doesn't matter. If he gets 100,000 views on his podcast, whether 90,000 of those people hate him, for him it really does not matter because it's all just about getting attention. It's all about just getting eyes. It's all about just getting viewers. It's all about just getting listeners. If that's the way he want to do it, I don't think it's going to last that long. I don't think he'll be very prominent. If he really wants to take media seriously, I don't know if he's looking at it as a bag or just he really wants to take media seriously. I don't know how long that's going to, last.
Yeah, he gonna burn a lot of bridges, I would think. But it just to me like them saying that shit like it's kind of weird on both sides because like nigga, did you make that story up? Because that's an oddly specific story. Like
yeah, that's real specific. Like he was smashing with his homeboy. They got nuts in the baby mama's face, and he goes up to like kiss her with the nut on her face. Like that means you examined the tape. You like who filmed this tape? Like where'd you get this tape from? Like. I don't know, man. It's just some wild shit.
Why would he want to record himself doing that? Like, when he know the risk. Yeah. I think if it is true, I don't think it is. I would think it's a part of that Hollywood industry, like having something over your head type shit. I don't know. Maybe he willingly do it, but I don't know. Like, was Isaiah Rashad always gay, or was this some shit like kind of getting into the industry? Now he fuck with it. Like, I don't know. Like, Birdman kissing Lil Wayne in the mouth. Like, is this industry shit or these niggas really like that shit?
That's his son,
Birdman has said some wild shit or some gay shit too. Nah, Birdman has said some gay shit too to some niggas. I ain't gonna lie to you. He had a nigga with his shirt off or some shit in the studio or some shit. It was some wild that shit. But I don't know, bro. I'm like, I don't know if it's some industry shit where it's like, I'm gonna embarrass you, I'm gonna buck, I'm gonna break you as a man. And if I do that, I always got like something over your head.
Let me tell you guys something. Me and Bryce podcast get big.
Shit.
Oh my bad. What'd you say?
It's like, I was just saying like shit. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like this, like preemptive, like blackmail is weird if that's what they doing.
Yeah. And like even just I'm gonna hold this over you. Like I'm telling people I got this tapes of Nipsey licking nut off this baby mama's face. Like just like all this shit's nasty. It's just like I don't know. The man's dead. Let the man be dead. He pretty much said like his own crew is who set him up to get killed. Like let the man be dead. The man's dead. Leave it on.
Damn, I ain't hear all that.
It's a full. It's a, like, and then he also dropped some shit with another video Whack 100 talking about Nori and from Drink Champs and like Gillian Wallow and even like No Jumper. Like I got them in my pocket. I can squeeze them whenever I want to use them. Like he just, I mean, he using the fact that, like I said, he's like an LA guy and people, they got to do all this check-in shit. They want to come to LA and like this dumb shit. Like I hate shit like that. I just don't understand it. Like, bro, just let black people live. Let black people be successful. Successful black people should not have to fear going to another state in fear of repercussions or in violence from other black people, although they might not be as successful. Like that, to me, that's just like wild. Like country singers don't got to check in when they go to Tennessee. They probably don't got to check in when they come to Austin. They don't got to check in when they go to Florida. Wherever they go, they don't got to check in. They just get to be successful, live their life, and go on about their day. But black rappers, okay, when I get to LA, I have to talk to this guy.
So white ass town.
What happened? This guy here. Bryce frozen, y'all. He froze.
Oh shit, my shit must be delayed like a hoe.
What'd you say?
I can't hear you. That shit crazy. Let me cut my Wi-Fi. See if that works. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm reading the comments.
All right. You still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. You good?
I'm trying to make sure this shit responsive.
No, you good. Right, your video laggy, but I can
no,
hear you
I didn't say nothing. I was just I just said the nigga named some white ass places. That's all I said.
Because this is the place I can think of. Like, oh, you gonna go to Nashville? Because Nashville's like country, like like that's a spot. But for successful like black rappers, like bro, I got to be fearful to go to LA to like just to go do business. And LA is a big market, so I got to go there. I got to check in. The Bloods from here will get me. Or it's like, bro, just let them people fucking be successful. Like, why they gotta do all that extra shit?
Yeah, it's definitely some crab in the bucket ass shit. Definitely
it's
crab
just like,
in the bucket. I feel like though with like Nipsey, who even cares? Like, if the nigga was that fucking devious of a sexual being, who cares? Like, that's what that nigga into. Like he dead. Even like at the end of the day, bro, is he not a real nigga? Was everything he spitting not real? Is that like, are we trying to discredit his legacy because of that? Like, I don't understand. Because his financial advice, his street advice, everything is still valid to me, even though he might be licking nut off people's faces.
Yeah, that's crazy. Charles says because hip hop come from the streets, and when you want to come home, you got to pay. It's like this. That's stupid. Like, why the fuck do I got? Why do I gotta do like it's not it's different when it's like, hey, what's up, salute to y'all. But it's like if I don't do this, I have to be in fear of getting robbed, being killed. Like that's what I'm talking about, that part of it. Like if you want to say it's a street thing, obviously hip hop is like a street thing, but like it's just crazy to me. Like to me, there's no way you can really justify it. But if that's how they do it,
how I look at it, I feel like they make it a street thing. Cause Lil Wayne was. I don't think he was nothing. He was first, like he wasn't nothing. Then he became a Crip, then a Blood, then a Crip, then a Blood. Like Chris Brown becoming a Blood. Like
Soulja
all these
Boy.
niggas be doing this shit. All these niggas be doing this shit after they get rich. Like, so it's like to me, it's almost forcing. Like they want to be involved in that shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these dudes, they may come from like not the best backgrounds, but that don't mean these niggas are gang members and shit like that. Yeah. Like. So I don't know.
Charles says it's only if you go to the hood. It's not even if you're in LA. Like I could be in LA and go to Beverly Hills, and they still want you to check in because hey, you got to watch your back. We got to know if you here because we might hear that some of our young guys heard you're in town. They're gonna rob you. It's like it's like there's too much shit you got to deal with.
And it ain't even the young niggas. They be gassing them niggas up to do this shit. And like the first time they may let you slide, but you come back 2-3 times you ain't check in, they gonna try to get you.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth.
Yeah,
and to me it's kind of nasty because like you said, they may be lesser successful, but to a certain degree, bro, you still have something going for yourself. Why not try to work with these artists? Why not try to promote these niggas or like do some type of local business when they come in town? You can always work with these niggas. Like instead of trying to extort people, like they basically doing what the mafia did for years.
Yeah, pretty much. Trill said no persona, no record sales, no money. I mean, but the biggest artists. They don't have that persona. Like, if you think about the biggest artists, like, the biggest artists, the J. Cole's, the Drake, do you think, like, I mean, maybe he does.
Even the baby and little baby.
I don't know if they do this. I don't know if this is what they do. Maybe he does, or maybe he just does it out of respect or whatever. No, Drake, he checks in when he gets to Houston. I feel like that's more out of respect than like in fear of like Jay Prince and them doing. It's just like at this point, it's like family, right? Even like, well, Kendrick's from LA, so I don't think he has to check in LA. I doubt it.
I don't even think Drake check in. It's more like, hey, I'm here. Where my security at? Type shit.
Yeah.
Like.
I don't know. To me, it's just nasty. Regardless of what the reasoning for it is, the fact that rappers have to be in fear of going somewhere just to like do business, to me, is just nasty. I don't care how you shake it, slice it, all that shit is just nasty.
Yeah, and like you said, like, bro, even if you take some of the younger dudes, Lil Baby, Dub Baby, shit, most of the young niggas, Kodak, these niggas not necessarily advertising gang shit. They may talk about popping pills and a little degenerate behavior, but they're not advocating really gang violence and killing niggas and they ops and shit like that, how some of these other niggas are doing. So you don't have to be, that ain't got to be the persona to be great, bro. Like, by any means, nigga. Drop some hits. That's all you really need.
Yeah. Charles said you check in so you can shine, though. No. Because if you don't, I'm going to feel like you flossing on me. What they say in shotters, they dogs. If you don't feed them, they going to take. But why they got to have that mentality? Like, I don't. Maybe because I'm not from there. I'm not. Obviously, you can tell me. I got a fucking Nirvana hat on. I got a fucking. I ain't the street guy. But it's Nirvana. Like that mentality to me is so like ass backwards. It just doesn't make. It just like I'm not flossing on you. I'm just a fucking rapper from Detroit coming here to go talk to a label based in LA, probably do some business, and I'm not flossing on any of you. I'm just having to travel here to do business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to floss on you and do all this extra shit because so it's only hip hop because it's the streets, right? Like I always say, like, so do athletes have to check in? Do actors that are black that come to these places have to check in, or is it only hip hop because it's street shit involved? And what if you're not a street rapper? Does Chance the Rapper have to check in when he comes to LA? Bird have to check in with like who the fuck just happened? Oh, I knocked my thing out. That's what happened. Okay. Like, do these people have to check in when they come to LA?
Not at all.
I can't hear you. Oh no, here we go.
For real?
Yeah, we good. We back. I ain't gonna lie. I really think a lot of street dudes get some sugar in their tanks. Trail thinks everybody's gay. He thinks everybody's gay. There's obviously gonna be gay. There's gonna be gay everywhere. There's gonna be gay in every demographic of life. Like, there's gonna be street dudes who are gay. They ain't gonna tell you they're gay. When they go to prison, they love prison because they're gay. They're probably on the outside looking in. They're gay. Like, they're just gay.
I feel like the only time you gotta check in is like when Drake went to like Mercy apartments or some shit, or like if you try to.
That's what I feel like. If I go to the hood, like Charles said, if I go to the hood, like, man, okay, then check. Like, hey, I'm coming to the hood.
But that's more like, hey, look out for me.
Yeah, like,
I took out some bread to look out for me.
That's
because you're trying to shoot a video or some shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a price of doing business because you're in a dangerous area. Yeah. But like, just being in an open ass city is wild. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like, if I'm just coming to LA, like BET weekend, like, hey, make sure you check in. It's BET week. Like, damn, bitch, I'm just coming here to come to the fucking award show and go home. I'm just coming to the Grammys to go home. I don't want to have to check in every time I fly into this goddamn location.
Niggas acting like the POs they hate.
Shit.
Niggas acting like 12. Like, you niggas is the police at this point.
Look, there go they beef. That dude's that accuse everyone of being gay.
I ain't gonna lie, Trey do be wildin'.
He got everybody gay.
I ain't gonna lie, Trey do be wildin', bro. What you trying to say, Trey? What you trying to say?
I mean, honestly, when I've been around street dudes, it be some weird vibes a lot of time. Nah.
Is that an internal vibe or is that real? Like, what are we talking about, Big Trail? You might be exposing yourself right now. Hey, we accepting over here, bro. It's a safe
space. We good. We cool. This is a safe space. I tell y'all all the time, we Gucci. If you gay, salute. I don't got no problem with you.
Because, hey, Trail, I'm going to break down the logic. It's like people talking and laughing, and I feel like they talking about me damn well. Them niggas got their own conversation going. Maybe the vibe's just you.
Y'all feel gay around here? Y'all feel like we're gay? No, nigga, we don't feel the gay. Do you feel the gay? Nah, Trey, we just fucking with you, man. God damn, I love women. Don't flip it on me. I love women.
That was hilarious.
Bryce on location, man. He ain't got it today. He on location.
Yeah,
He
I'm
on
in Utah,
location.
man. I'm in Utah.
He on location. He ain't got it on him. But I'm sure when he get back home, he'll do like a backward celebration. Like
What you mean?
like you're celebrating. It's like a happy belated. I mean, you smoke weed every day, probably, but I'm saying like a happy belated 420.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like a week behind.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know. That shit's just nasty. Like, celebrities is nasty. I made a video. Well, I didn't make a video today. I talked about a guy yesterday who was using Drake's name to lure women in and rape them as well. And he got charged and he got sentenced. And he's possibly facing 100 years to life sentence. This is like Hollywood is a nasty place, man. It's an actor you probably never heard of. He's like a small time actor. He was on some show called.
Oh, he's an actor.
Yeah, he was on a movie called like Superfly. In another movie.
Is it that one? Is the main dude or no?
I don't know. They say he was a street guy named Juju in Superfly. I don't know if that's a relevant character or not, but pretty much he was like luring women in to do photo shoots and telling them like, I can introduce you to Drake and I can do this. And it was 16-year-old. He was like, if you're a 16-year-old and you wanted to do, he was like, you want to be a Victoria's Secret model, don't you? You got to be a little... Let's make a sex tape. He was 22 when they were 16 and he was doing this. So you make that face. Trail the photographer would say it's a question, but Trail, I ain't trying to bring this shit up again, but Trail the photographer says 16, 22 is not that crazy. I mean, like, hey, I ain't getting into it, nigga. I would never do it. I don't want my daughter 16-year-old dating no 22-year-old nigga. But, you know, that's pretty much what he was doing.
Nah, but it's the lies for me. Like, nigga, that's the last thing they want you to have as a Victoria's Secret model or any type of model that's gonna represent a brand. They do not want you to have a sex tape unless you got the brand of Kim Kardashian that's gonna gloss over that. You would not make it having a sex tape. Like, that's a complete lie.
Well, no,
like,
but he's not saying make a sex tape to put out. He's just saying like, oh, let's see you be provocative and like, you know what I'm saying. He's trying to coerce him into being sexy. So he's saying like the way for you to be as sexy is to have sex with me. And it was wild. It was crazy. One of the girls who said he got raped was the lady's daughter from I think it's A Different World. Like she's kind of like monotone. She's an actress from like the 90s. I don't remember her name. She was a real famous actress, black lady. I don't remember her name. No, Bryson Trouble.
Hold on.
Bryson Trouble.
We good. What's up?
All right. It's not if you really think about it. A trailer sick ass nigga. Like I get what you saying. Like you trying to like I don't know. You trying to like minimize it to like it's only 6 years. Like still it's I broke it down. 16-year-old you might be a sophomore or junior. 22 if your life goes on track. 22 you should be a year removed from college. You should not be backtracking and First of all, you're coercing sex at 16. You're not just like we love each other, which would still be weird. It's just nasty. Like I said, my daughter was 16 and she came to me and said my boyfriend's 22. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't having that. No, sir. No, thank you.
Yeah, unless you try to marry her, I don't know, big dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, if you come in with a proposal and some shit like that, I don't know to you. And you gotta have some money. You gotta have success. You gotta have something. You gotta have a legacy.
So if your daughter was 16 and he was successful, you'd be like, fuck it, take my daughter.
If she was attracted to him to a certain extent, I mean, it's very young. But, I mean, what's she going to do? Fuck around with another 17, 18-year-old might get pregnant or some shit? It's like, I mean...
I don't want her fucking nobody. No, she ain't fucking nobody.
In the best world, hopefully she wouldn't be, of course. But, like, you never know. So I'm saying, like, what's she going to be dating some young-ass dude that's going to be trying to hit still that probably don't got shit going for him in his life? But if it's a 22-year-old got a degree, some shit, so I don't know why the fuck he would like my daughter. But if I talk to him, get some eyes on him, get some hands on him, and, like, actually see the nigga, see his character, maybe... I ain't gonna say it ain't no possibility of that. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, she's gonna be talking to young dudes that's gonna basically not gonna help her life anyway. So, I don't know. It's not a guarantee for any means, but maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Not me. I know there's no logic. She's 18, it's only 2 years. I'm in the societal norm of hell no. That's what I'm in. I know people do it.
That's not nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And Bryson, look, he said, add Bryce to the sick ass nigga category.
How, nigga? What you talking
about? For letting your 16-year-old daughter date a 22-year-old nigga.
I mean, at the end of the day, she is an adult, like body wise. Now, mentally, I wouldn't say all that, but that depends on how you raise your daughter. So I don't know. I ain't saying I'm gonna date a 16-year-old by any fucking means. But
look, Trail
nigga,
happy. He like, somebody's with me. The 16-year-old dating adults. I love it. Hey, let me tell you something. We blow up, y'all niggas don't come back and try to pull this clip and be like, look, they cool with underage, like, all that shit, nigga. That ain't me. That ain't me.
Respectfully, I think my dad was like 23. My mom was like 18. So
hey,
what, we
legal.
are 4 years.
Yep, she legal.
I mean, but in Oklahoma, 16 is legal. So are we just going by laws, or are we
going by what I think? What I think.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't say it's legal, because if you go to overseas or some shit, 16 is getting married every day. So it's only weird in America, if we being real. Because arranged marriages, I think they start around 15, 16. I'm just bringing
killing you for the
body.
They killing you for the body wise. He said super I'm nasty, adult body wise. Oh man.
This is science. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I don't know. We arguing. I ain't gonna argue that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Once you start having your period,
look, Trail like yes, Bryce, tell him.
I'm just bringing up logic, not saying I agree with it, but I'm just saying straight facts here. Nigga, once you can have a period, you can have a baby. If you can have a baby, aren't you an adult? Biologically wise, not mentally. God. Can we acknowledge biologically she will be an adult if she can have a child?
I just don't think that makes you an adult, because there's 12.
Biologically.
I don't think the biologically that still doesn't mean adult. You could be child. I don't think being childbearing means you're an adult.
12-year-old pushing it, you probably wouldn't be able to have a baby at a 12-year-old. It's
girls
rare
start having their period sometimes at 11. What you talking about?
I know, but it's rare that it's rare that you're gonna get a 12-year-old.
Yeah, because they ain't fucking.
And I guess I'm not gonna get into that.
Look, I'm not gonna go down this. I'm not gonna down this hill.
Nah, you start saying 12, nigga. We out of the loop now.
We went in a whole nother area code.
Yeah.
We in a whole nother loop.
15, 16, big dog. Let's do 15, 16.
16, 17, 18. Oh shit.
The only reason I say that because
most girls get their periods when they're between 10 and 15 years old.
On average, I say it's probably 13 plus. But like I said, 15, 16, obviously you've been having periods for a few years. And if you was to have a baby at 12, there's way more risk than having it at 15, 16. It'll almost be a flawless pregnancy at anywhere in the later teens. But like I said, this is biology I'm talking about, not mentally. Now, not in American morals, this shit gonna make sense. But if you look at the other cultures, bro, arranged marriages start at 15, 16.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the truth, bro.
Hey, and you know what? I think there's some wild boys out there. Man, we all got to,
so. I ain't gonna lie. That's disrespectful. That's just something we don't understand. Because
that's why I say that. I do shit that they don't like. They do shit I don't like. This is the way life goes. Them niggas don't eat pork. I eat pork. They probably think I'm going to hell. That's just different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I can understand that to a certain extent, but I'm saying to act like it makes no sense, it's kind of weird. Like, you ain't gonna say you don't know why they don't think eating pork is crazy. You can't say that.
Why do they think eating pork is crazy?
I get your points. Because it's how unhealthy the pig is.
That's all right. It tastes good. Fry that bitch up. Throw that bitch on the hot
dog. But you can acknowledge how unhealthy you can acknowledge that the pig may be unhealthy. You ain't gonna be like y'all unreasonable. That's my point. When it comes to that. And my point is to end this, because we definitely got our fucking topic.
Yeah, this is like
this wasn't in the notes.
We're going into a whole nother fucking. I don't know if you down with the map niggas. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
They trying to change the name of pedophiles. They trying to soften it to the crowd. They're trying to make it cute, make it nice. He said, "No, we ain't doing that."
No. I'm not getting into that. I'm talking about over there. And even if we look historically in the past, an average man and woman age way faster than we do in America or in this time period. Why? Because everything is so much easier over here. So we are afforded the luxuries to grow up at a slower pace. In other countries, third world countries and countries like that, they grow up fast. The kids be working at 12, 13. They may end up dying at 20. So it's a lot of other different things and scenarios that may go into that. And then you look into arranged marriages and things like that. It's like, bro, I really don't get how crazy it is, especially if the parents agree to it.
Let me say this. Logical. I understand it when you say it like that. Like me personally, I can never look at like a 14-year-old and be like, her. I want to marry her. But back in the day, I understand why they did it because their life expectancy was lower. You know what I'm saying? It was whatever they was trying to do. They was living till they was 35, so they had to start young, whatever. But anytime I see a grown-ass man, and he like, ooh, that 15-year-old, ooh, that, I got to let you a wild boy. You're a wild boy.
I ain't gonna make. I'll ask you the question off of air because I already know it's a wild question.
Don't be scared, big dog. Ask your question.
Okay. I don't think this by any means.
This the clip.
I would just ask this question. Mentally, obviously they're unattracted to any grown man because they basically still think like thoughts roll through my mind. Still going like and acting like a child. My question is, my mom used to joke all the time. When I go through these high schools, these girls be looking just as grown as an adult. I don't know if you can call it what's in the water, steroids, but to act like certain girls, like maybe like Dee Dee in high school, or bro, you know the girls that had bodies in high school.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that physically they don't match up with certain adults. Not every child. I mean, not every teenager.
Yeah.
Mentally, of course, it's not there, but physically. You don't got to answer that question. I just want to throw that question out there. I don't want to put nobody on the spot.
The girls when we was in high school, when I was in high school, when I was 16, 17, were those girls built like girls that are my age now? Yes, but I still can't. A grown nigga look at it's like,
because I think that's more mental though than the physical part. That's all I'm saying. Mentally,
like, let me say this. We're gonna get off this shit. We're gonna run away from this fucking conversation.
Facts.
He said facts. He gotta get the fuck out the door. Now, if a guy, like if let's say, you said Dee Dee. Let's just use Dee Dee as an example. If Dee Dee was walking down the street at her age when we was in high school, all of us together, and a grown man seen her and was like, damn, whatever. He didn't know nothing about her. He just said, hey, I can see how you can say that because you don't know. She does look like she grown. But my thing is when you learn, like, oh, she's 16, it's like, all right, let me chill out.
Yeah, and that's coming from our mentality. Think about all these young ass 22-year-olds or 25-year-olds that may be dudes that live like they're 19. So they still got child mentalities too. They just may be grown. So to them, they may be a fucking perfect match, low key. But like I said, I ain't gonna get to all that.
Yeah.
Because we know niggas be having childish mentalities. Us, obviously, that's like, bro, you're draining me at this point. Like, what are you talking about? I don't give a fuck about, I don't know, what trends.
Trail pumping you up, boy. He love it. Yes. The youngsters.
Hey, Trail.
The youngsters.
Hey, Trail, I ain't gonna lie to you. Why are you so excited?
No, you too excited. Look, he too excited, right? He too excited.
Is this the logic?
He too excited.
Are you just happy someone agreeing with you? Or are you actually trying to push an agenda? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Because me, I'm just coming from an analytical approach. Not devil's advocate type shit. I can see, I'm very open-minded and I can see many perspectives. That's the only reason I'm openly talking about
He popping bottles. He lighting fires. He compare you to LeBron James. Like he's going
wow. Hey, Trail. So we know you like women. So the next question is what age? That nigga say, she only gotta be, what that nigga R. Kelly said?
That nigga's over what that nigga said. He said, fuck what he said. You gotta be 8. No, R. Kelly even said, you gotta be 18. God damn, Trail said, I'm moving to Oklahoma after college. They can send 16 down there.
Trail, how old is you, big dog? I'm curious, big dog.
Oh, man, that shit crazy. That shit wild, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Not even that. It's not too crazy. To he said, you see the 16-year, he be hollering at the 16-year-olds at the party. He said, nigga, that's not what I said. But no, it's like I said, like I'm not an idiot. Oh, salute Charles Everett Cheese, a motherfucking chat.
I already know what that means.
You already know what that means. Big 500 drop, put the ping tip jar in that motherfucker. Ping, ping.
Is this nigga?
I ain't gonna lie.
Shit, salute.
I always say this every time we on this thing. I wonder if donating to somebody on YouTube is considered like a tax write-off.
That nigga got it like that. You doing write-offs? Hey, trick on me, nigga. I be a write-off.
Look, trick on me.
I be a write-off.
Jesus Christ.
I'm talking about the podcast, nigga. Calm down.
Trick. Then they gonna ask you when you want to go shop. You gonna be anytime. You know, you fly me out. And they gonna get flown out and everything. God damn. Bryce will turn to a trick, man.
Oh no, that ain't even trick. That's a sugar baby at that point.
He said, "Nope, I tried." Text man said, "Nope." I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what you do. I think you brought up one time something about doing, not taxes. You talked about doing stocks and shit. I got to start investing some of this YouTube money into the stock market, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I got a little bit in there. I gotta get some more in there.
Big man on campus, Charles Edward Cheese in the building, man. Yeah. Salute.
But Trailer Photographer said he's 23, so he's like, damn, I just missed down the 22 to 16 range, you know. 23. He said we need shout out Bryce, we need more like you speaking that real about the youngsters. We need more like you, man.
Hey man, you're not about to have me on that list. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We need more brothers like you speaking out on the young women and older men relationship dynamic. We need more like you.
Might be the last time I talk about this convo. You better clip this one, big
dog. I ain't trying to get off that type of vibe, nigga. We ain't doing all that now.
I advocate for some shit that hurt people's feelings and all type of shit on Twitter, but I ain't going with that one.
I'm not down on that ledge.
Yeah.
So if it's legal, okay. After this, I'm done with this. I'm running away from this conversation. So if it's what is that? So if it's legal 16 in the state, can you? I mean, I think in Oklahoma you can.
It's not straight. You can't be straight. It's not that you straight 16, you legal. It's like a 3 or 5 year gap that you have to be with 16. If you're over that gap, then it could be. It's not gonna be considered like the worst type of rape, but you're gonna still get a certain type of charge. And then only reason I know this shit because I was studying.
Yeah, I'm about to say, my nigga, you did that research. What you talking about, man?
Only reason
you didn't too much research.
My freshman year, I took law school. I was in the law class, and I was trying to be a lawyer for that one year. So we went over all of like Oklahoma laws and shit like that. This is the only reason I know this shit. Because I know niggas was wondering like, why is this nigga bringing up Oklahoma?
And deeper earlier, I was talking about the timers before the video, about the timers before. Oh, that's because I started the video, but I accidentally clicked to move it, fast forward it more. So that's why the timing on the thing was messed up. But anyways.
So, yeah, if you like 16 and you like 30, if she's 16 and you 30, like, nah, you can't do that. Not in Oklahoma. You got to be within that range. Just like if you know
too much about 17, them laws. That boy been studying.
Like, well, and I also got in trouble for this shit too. Like almost because fucking with, they was like, you can't fuck. My mom was like, you can't fuck with Shay no more after the Kayla shit because she just got hyper paranoid. And I was like, well,
Shay. Y'all wasn't even like a big age difference. Y'all was only like 2 years or some shit.
But it was in Texas. It's like it was like only 2 years or 3 years. Like you like, so 17 is legal, but only by 2 years type shit.
Yeah.
So every law kind of got little circumstances around that. So no, you just can't be straight 16 and it's consensual.
Yeah. But yeah, I know Trail, this is your favorite topic. We getting out this one. We out of here. We out of the kids and the, like I said, some of us are different. Some of us, I guess y'all niggas on y'all side, you and Bryce popping bottles. Y'all cool. Some niggas like me flying low with Charles. We over here with the now y'all niggas wilding. So anyways, what else we got, man?
Oh, we got to get into the good topics now. Y'all thought them topics was good.
Oh, okay. Let's get to DJ Envy first. Let's get to DJ Envy first.
Bet.
So obviously DJ Envy, he's promoting a book with his wife, and then she gets on the thing and she tell everybody, "Hey, I ain't had an orgasm in 10 years." And for context, she was speaking about the 10 years. They've been together 27 years. She was speaking about the 10 years when they first met. And they met when they were 16.
Oh, that's way better context because, my God, she was killing that nigga with the
From 16, I guess, to 26 is what I would say the 10 years would be.
Bitch had a rough box. Fuck, you can't come at 16.
All right, we're not diving into the coming at 16. Let's get out. Let's get out. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there.
Y'all know why I said that shit. Look, I swear.
Let's get out of there.
I need a lawyer. I'm not saying anything else. I need a lawyer.
We ain't doing that.
No homo. Nigga just start no pedo. Nigga,
never
what?
say this shit. No
No
homo.
beastie, nigga, nothing. I don't know, nigga.
But nah,
no pan.
But no. I don't be knowing sometimes if shit just be like, you know, it's gonna create conversation, or it's actually that's what really happened. You know, they're trying to sell a book, so to sell a book, you can go viral on social media. People talk about you, they'll think about it, they'll listen, and something like that. When you hear somebody say something like that, it's kind of wild to say. Like it's crazy. Like damn. And out of all the times y'all, because you gotta think they was both 16 to 26. They was probably had high sex drives. They was probably doing it a bunch of times. They was in college together, whatever. Like that's a long time to not be having orgasms.
I think it's hard. So now it's hard for me to have my original point that I made on Twitter, because I was like, she probably would just hit with him for the money, but that wasn't even a thing back then.
Yeah, that was way before the money.
So, like, was she ever really attracted to him? Like, I'm trying to figure out, is it just envy? I don't think it's a just envy thing, bro. When I try to break shit down like that, I'm like, bro, sex ain't that complicated. Last time I checked, something go in a hole, and if you can do it consistently for a certain amount of time, shit happens. I just don't see, like, maybe she got a biological problem and she trying to put it on envy. Bitch, did you get that shit checked up? Did you go get it checked out for a reason? Like, maybe that's what it was. Cause I just don't. I asked K-Ray this. I was like, what makes sex bad? Like, what makes, like, and she like being too rough and things like that. But she had some other points that was pretty good points. I'm like, I understand that, but like 10 years, like we weren't even talking about this conversation. Oh, we might have been talking about the conversation. But like 10 years, the nigga ain't learned no new moves. He ain't learned like how to be a little more gentler. Like, I can get like the first two interactions, like sex was rough, sex was bad, it wasn't great. But 10 years you never came, I just feel like that may be a little hyperbolic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And for me, like, that being your wife, or that just being your household, what's the point of bringing that out to the world? Like, I just don't get the point of this shit. Like,
good, we live in a world like who could be the most transparent is the most, you know. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think, because me and my wife did have a podcast at one point, and I'm trying to think of what things did we talk about on our podcast. I don't know if we ever talked about anything like that. I know we read some of my cringy ass old DMs before. I know we did. Like, I don't know exactly. I don't know if we got into that type of realm. Like, if I would have her sit there and say, you know, you haven't made me come in 5 years. Like, I don't know if I'd be like, press play, say that. I was like, nah, we ain't doing it. You didn't even told me that shit in private, motherfucker. You think the first time you ever gonna say that is in public?
Yeah, some shit gotta be left in house. Like, sex life is one of those things, bro. Like, if I run around telling people who I fucked and shit, people gonna look at me crazy. If I go around telling bitches or I talk about bitches pussy stank that I fucked, or bitches that had bad arches, I'm gonna be looking crazy. Like, bro, that's some shit that you supposed to keep between yourself and really just yourself. You don't even supposed to really tell a person that if you're not really trying to build with them, it's like a one-off thing. Like, so I just don't get. I get you said the whole transparent thing, but it's like, do you still care about your husband? Do you still care about your family? Like,
look, thank God we got a woman. We got a woman's perspective here. I'll let Bryce read it. Nigga, all up on
no, you can read it. It's too small for me. I can't see it.
All right. LOL. It's common for a woman to fake it for pleasure for the man. I hear it often because they're trying to boost him. Low-key manipulation, but as far as your husband, that's wild.
Yeah, but I just don't, like, it doesn't, like, men don't care, like, that deep about shit, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you acting is not gonna really make me be like, oh, like, yeah, like, sex is good regardless. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, I will hope that everybody enjoyed it. And to me, it's like, if you don't come, does that make sex bad? Is that the point we're making? Like, that's what I would want to know.
Yeah.
Because I know, obviously, every time I have sex, my girlfriend's not coming, but I don't think it was bad sex. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I've been giving out bad dick for 10 years.
Hey, let's just ask. Let's just ask. Let's just ask.
Hey, I don't like the LOL shit. You ain't had to come me out all the time.
Let's just ask right now.
What are you trying to make me insecure right now? Like, what are we doing?
Let's just ask right now. But nah, your woman would shame you on a pod. She wouldn't. I never been. Me and my wife. If you ever been around us, we have a different like level of sense of humor around each other. But ain't never been no shit like no Will Smith type shit. Like we talk about our first date all the time, how I was like itching my armpits and doing like weird ass shit like that. And we were just, as a segment, we was reading my DMs to other women back like when I was in high school, and they were horrible. Oh my God. They were the worst. I was saying it was wild. Funny content, but it was like, oh my God, cringe. I got to delete this shit. But yeah.
Nah, I just
boost them up then. Boost them up then. He like, yes. Yes. She lying.
Y'all heard it here first. Breaking news.
She lying.
Hey, we gotta be careful because she said they do that to boost niggas' ego.
She just said that, and then she gonna boost your ego. She just said that, and then now your ego is boosted. Now he feeling himself.
It literally just worked. God damn it.
All right.
Hilarious. But nah, I just think like, bro, like, do you not care about your husband? Like, your kids may end up hearing that later on. We could probably hop into the Kim Kardashian, even though that wasn't in the notes. But it's like, are you not thinking about the long-term repercussions? Because literally the next day he got killed, or the same day he got killed. And for her, it's like no woman's gonna talk shit about her. They're gonna like, damn girl, you a strong woman for standing there. Oh, you had kids and not coming? Oh, you a strong woman. Like, so she gonna get praised for this shit regardless.
Yeah.
Envy the only one that's losing here. And for me, it's like, Envy's risking his legacy and his career for a woman that he's trying to make famous. Like, you ain't really did shit your whole life to be famous, but you gonna drop a book embarrassing me and using my name and clout to boost you up, and then once you get boosted, probably divorce me and some shit. Like that, it's some nasty movement if you ask me.
I mean, this how I look at it. I look at it. I think he's like he's in on the, because I mean they wrote the book together. They got a podcast together.
I think that I'm gonna let you finish.
I think they just in like I think your argument's probably he doesn't really want to do that, but he's like just doing it for her. Maybe he just like fuck it, whatever. Like shit, yeah, they were just being transparent. We're just being transparent with the people.
They got that. You seen the Derrick Jackson? They was like, this nigga look just like Derrick Jackson's wife when they was having that sit down. That nigga look broken. That nigga look sad. That nigga look like he was 2 seconds from crying. His eyes red. Like you said, we did the. What the fuck, my car? Who the fuck did that? Bro, I don't know what just happened to my car.
The hoe died or what?
Nah, that hoe just started. The blinkers just start going off randomly. I don't know, shit weird. Well, it's cool. I ain't tripping. But
nah, that
what was I saying? I'm sorry.
That shit about to be clicking the whole damn time. I know.
Oh, it's loud?
Yeah, it's loud. All right, it's off now.
Let me see. I need to cut the car off because my shit got to charge though. You remember what I was saying?
No.
Oh. Like, I just feel like it's one of them things, like, he was crying, he was looking like he was broken, but it's like, he know his woman halfway out the door. Like, we be knowing when our spouse is really not fucking with us, bro. Like, you can call it, women call it women intuition, but men be having that too. At this point, I think he's trying to do everything to keep her happy or keep her satisfied because, bro, what's the point of this? What urge do you really need to drop a book for besides you trying to gain clout? Oh, my legacy, bro. You ain't went to take no acting classes. You ain't did. I don't know. I don't know personally. But if you did, you ain't popping. You ain't consistent enough to be even trying to. Like, nobody really want to care about what you have to say. If I'm being honest, it's all about DJ Envy. They're there because DJ Envy, whether people hate him or if people just want insight on his life, that's the only reason they're gonna read that book. Nobody gives a fuck about his wife, and for great reason. She ain't did shit. And I think it's a little nasty because I feel like if we're gonna look down the road, she gonna divorce the nigga as soon as she make it. That's just how I look at shit.
You think so?
Bro, you're like, come on, bro. If you love that man, you're not putting that out there. I don't give a fuck. Like, unless he is extremely comfortable and secure, because the shit was 10 years ago, maybe. But I just don't see the benefit.
But even 10, it was 27 years. They've been together for 27 years.
I can understand that to a certain degree, but let's make a relationship book about how to be successful. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
you gotta read the book. Maybe they talk about how it was in the beginning and then how they transformed into the 27 years. They gotta show you you gotta have the ups and downs.
If that's the case, I'll backtrack a little bit. But they knew that clip. She knew that clip. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's some embarrassing shit, bro. Cause they you know. that no one's gonna look at the context because like I said, I didn't know that she was talking about the first 10 years. I'm thinking she's talking about the last 10 to 20 years. So most people gonna take that and it's like, is this book really worth it versus like my legacy and my career? I don't know.
But to me, even the legacy and career thing, I think it's what everything in today's society is so microwave. That shit fly by night. DJ Envy isn't even big enough to people give a fuck about this in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, nobody give a fuck.
So the thing is with me and a lot of red pill dudes, I seen people like, it's a dude I just started following. He like, bro, I've been hating Envy forever, and some shit like this coming out is just icing on the cake because it proves my points of this nigga being soft or this nigga being a beta. So me, it's like, this is only the first piece of the puzzle, and I'm sure another 6 months to 2 years from now, we're gonna hear some shit. We'll be like, oh, that's interesting. Just like Jada and Will. Like, everything end up coming to head at the Oscars or probably a little bit before that. But it was inklings of this shit popping up, and people would be like, oh, maybe that's weird, or maybe that's just a rumor. And I feel like that's the same for Envy. Envy always been kind of questionable with his emotions, being kind of soft, being kind of petty with how he talked to certain guests and shit. Being a light-skinned ass nigga, bro. We always say that about him. And like we saying like a real typical light-skinned nigga when we talk about it. And when you see his
wife he hate
putting
him?
Shit out there, huh?
Why he hate him?
I don't know if he hate him, but I think the dude channel is heavy like red pill shit. So I'm thinking he's more talking about the softness of him as a man. How he buys Charlamagne Charlamagne bought him some butt shit. But they like entertaining gay shit. Like, I don't know. It's just a little weird. His persona is weird to me. And then when you look at his woman, she coming out all kind of dominant and shit, ready to tell the life of, their life. It's like, are you one of these niggas getting ran by your woman again? Like how we seen like with D-Wade. In the beginning, we like, maybe that ain't so bad.
That's why I like white boy shit. White boy shit, they allowed to have fun. Like Andrew Schultz, they allowed to have fun. They get to do black dudes do that little butt. That shit, it's just like fun.
I don't call that shit fun though.
Each other.
I don't call that shit fun.
We just laughing, joking. Y'all was talking about 16-year-olds. We just joke. It's just we just laughing. It's not serious.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's cool to a certain degree, but like niggas make that shit like a personality type, and I don't really, like people like. And then like with this new age shit, pandering, acting like gay, that is really trying to get more views. Like. A lot of niggas do that shit. So I think it's nasty if I'm being for real in many different ways. Even playing like it's cool, the pandering to act like you kind of like open, like all that shit kind of weird.
Oh, you talk about just like making little jokes. You talking about like trying to like act like you're not gay, but you're like acting like.
And then you get on Call of Duty and shit like that, bro. That's like white dude's number one personality type, acting gay or racist. It's like, bro, that's not a personality, right? And like that's what bothers me when I see other niggas acting like, oh, that shit cool. Like, yeah, having a gay joke that come up and it's like a no homo joke, that's cool. But niggas actually build a persona around that shit. Like DJ and Envy and Charlamagne damn near was a couple at one point because these niggas was constantly doing gay shit to each other or having gay jokes. And it's like at a certain point, it's like I ain't that comfortable with no nigga I know. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn if it's white people shit or not. I ain't with it. There's many other ways to have fun than acting gay. And I ain't gonna say that I ain't never played like that before or never did no funny shit. Like I'm talking about just acting around playing and shit or like saying some shit. But nigga, I was young as fuck, bro. He's grown as adults, bro. And as I got older, that shit, it wasn't even cool back then. It was just shit to do, being funny.
D-Free, you cool with them white boy games? So you sleep at homie home, he puts them in your ear? You talking about like he put a dick in my ear? Like what you talking about? Like what kind of white boy shit you talking about?
Far low, bro. Who putting shit in your ear, big dog?
Niggas be too specific. Like you went through this your life. Like you done went through these things. Like I never even. That's like what I was thinking about. I was just saying like little like weird white boy shit. Like this fucking joking. You talking about getting shit stuck in your ear? A lot of y'all niggas be too oddly specific for me. Y'all just reiterating to me y'all life, y'all childhood traumas in the chat sometimes.
Like, I'll acknowledge the gay shit that people used to do at Summer Creek. A nigga will be in a vulnerable position and people will get behind him. And like they wouldn't be close to him. It would be a good distance of air and they act like they humping him. Whether they was tying their shoes, bending down because they fucking tired of some shit. And it was an emasculating thing if they trying to play you. But we all participate to some degree. Like I said, I ain't do that shit all the time. Some niggas like they live for that shit.
Yeah.
But I
that's their life. Like they be ready for them. They be ready for them moments.
looking for it and shit. And after a while, it become the culture of the locker room and people just having fun. But let's be real, that was some high school shit. And I don't think that I would, like I said, I wouldn't advocate for that shit in real life. Like what? Like, so I don't know.
Like, yeah, we grown. That's funny. That ain't gonna lie. That's a good one. That's flying D low. That's funny. Flying down low. That's funny. That's a good, you gotta admit that's a good one. That's a good one.
Hey, boys out here sending chat beef.
That's a good one. I ain't gonna lie.
Chat slugs.
That shit funny as fuck. But nah.
You got anything else on that?
Not really. I ain't really like. I thought it was funny. I thought like my only thoughts was like it was funny, and it's like goddamn. Like I get we try to sell a book, but you ain't gotta say that. You ain't gotta like. Let's say something else. We've been in a relationship for 27 years. Let's say something else.
Yeah, it should be plenty enough content that could not involve your sex life, I feel. And I think they both should be creative enough to do that. But for some reason, fuck that. Let's embarrass this nigga. And it's only at a risk to him. And I'm like, I don't see the benefit in that at all.
But yeah. That pretty much I got on that one. That's pretty much it.
So let's get right into it, man. These women-led households looking kind of crazy, big dog. How do you feel about a transgender, not even transgender boy, but I guess I guess it's trans, just not fully converted. A transgender girl, but not fully converted.
Yeah.
As far as Zaire Wade.
Yeah.
Or I don't know his other persona name. And he was kissing a girl that was also trans.
Oh, that's that. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just.
I didn't know it at first either.
So it's two transgender. It's two transgender children. A biological female that turned into a male. Biological male turned into a girl. Okay.
And before I knew that, I thought it was nasty because, like, I don't even like this shit on TV shows. This euphoria shit. It's a little too much for me. This super hypersexualized, like, to our teens and our children. Like, why are we posting? Why are you taking pictures? Like, of course you may kiss somebody when you're young. Taking pictures and posting it, that's not something I think my parents would accept even when I was younger.
That's what, even it's not even necessarily like because it's a trans thing. It's just a kid thing. It's just like even if this is like my son and his girlfriend or my daughter, and it's just like ain't no 14-year-olds making out in front of me and then posting on the internet. Like we're not doing that shit. I think it's just we get into a society where society is trying to make it to where parents have to accept anything they kids do, and we're supposed to just be like. They have the freedom to do what they want. If they want to transition, they can transition. If they want to be super hypersexualized at a young age, we just got to accept it. No, we ain't doing that.
And so the real thing is, it's like, it's not even the kids. It's like, however we program our children, you take it. However we program y'all children, you take it and adapt and raise them the way that society wants them to be raised. Because at this point, we know this ain't children actually just advocating for this shit and coming into this knowledge. Bro, this shit is being pushed on them.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, nigga, accept what we pushing on your kids and raise them how we want you to raise them. Yeah. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And that's what's wild to me. You can't, like, I don't want to put in, like, saying it's like, accept your kids, because I don't even think it's the kids. I don't, like, think the kids waking up like, hey, I want to do this. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's just, like I always say, Dwayne Wade's child being trans, that's your household. I don't really give a fuck about what you do in your house. Accept your kid, love your kid. That's your kid. I don't give a fuck. I just don't want society to get. I was thinking about this. I don't want society to get to. Because I was like, when you have that belief, are you supposed to push back on shit like that? Because right now it's like, hey, I don't give a fuck. Do what you want to do. But like you saying, what point does society make it to where, if I say I don't want my child doing that, then like now I'm a villain? Because it just got pushed too far to where like. At first, it was like, live your life, do what you want to do. You over there, I'm over here. But then when society makes it to be like a thing where it's like, if you don't accept, like I was saying, if you don't accept everything your child doing, you're a bad parent, or you're this, or you're that. So at what point do we got to kind of like have a conversation like, all right, bro, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing this shit. It's like I always talk about the Florida shit, the the Don't Say, it's not even called Don't Say Gay bill. It's called the Parental Rights in Education Act. But even when you talk about shit like that, it just doesn't make sense. Like when you see people discuss on social media, I don't even think people even know what's really in the bill. And that's why I got on my podcast and I actually read what the bill said so we could see what it say. It don't say, hey, never say gay in any grade. It says from kindergarten to third grade. So when you see people on, like adults on MSNBC, they're on CNN, they're on these major news platforms crying about it, mad about it. Like, why are you mad that Florida's saying, hey, from kindergarten to third grade, we don't teach gender identity, we don't teach
What's
sexual,
funny,
whatever. Like, why is that the hill? Why is that, like, we were talking about hills you want to die on earlier. Why is that the hill you want to die on? Like, why is that so detrimental? From kindergarten to third grade. I just don't understand.
And what's funny, you don't see nobody getting upset about preaching racism and like class, like miss equality in class, and why like you ain't teaching kindergartens through third graders that shit.
Yeah,
like that's not important. No one's dying over that shit. Like no one like so. I feel like it's plenty of topics that we could be teaching younger kids, and like sexuality is like one of the last ones.
But I haven't said that in one of my videos. I was like, even like when you see certain, even like Republicans trying to like this whole critical race theory thing, or some schools like taking away like Martin Luther King books out of the curriculum, and like I think that's wild. I think that's crazy. Like, no, I think you should teach history the way it is. Like if that's history, that's history. Let's not try to knock out history. But I also said like, as far as slavery goes, I don't know if slavery is even like a kindergarten to third grade topic anyways. But still, there's shit like that going on as well. And like I said, I'm not, and even in school, like it's not to say that you can't ever teach nothing about, like if you want to teach gay history, I don't, like not like, oh, let's have a whole fucking day going, whatever. But like if you're like, hey, in 2009, Barack Obama passed this, or gay people get married, like that's a part of history. I'm not going to say, hey, don't talk about nothing about history. But when
I think that was in the books.
That's what I'm saying. But if you're talking
about,
if you're telling me, hey, kindergarten to third graders need to learn about gender identity, they need to learn about, like, even with this whole Libs of TikTok shit, where they're, I don't know if you know what that is, but I think you watched a video from them. I don't remember. But anyways, how they get, because all they're doing is just reposting people posting their own content on social media. They're not finding this content. They're not creating this. They're like, a teacher said this on TikTok. We pulled it off TikTok. We reposting it to show you what these teachers are doing. I had a guy, or not, I didn't have a guy. I was watching a TikTok of a teacher that was doing a Zoom call with first graders, telling them, do you know what transgender is? This is what it is. So the doctor, are you still here, Bryce?
Yeah. I had to make a text real quick.
When he was talking to first graders on a Zoom call, when you're born, the doctor, when you come out, he'll label you a boy or a girl, and he's guessing what you are. But sometimes, although the outside looks like this, on the inside, you may be X, Y. I don't need you teaching my kids that shit. Like, I don't.
Yeah, because it's complete lies in the first place.
That's not something that needs to be, like, that's not a, like, if parents want to talk to their kids about all this shit, let parents decide. I mean, that's a hill out there. That's a hill out there.
If you're not a hermaphrodite, your X and Y chromosomes ain't mixed up, big dog. But my next point to me is like, how chaotic is this world when it's technically a boy and a girl dating, but they flip their mentalities? Like, what are we doing here, bro? He still likes girls. I don't care if it's a dyke or butch. He still likes girls. Maybe masculine ones, because he's a soft boy, but he still likes girls. So what's the point of this transgender shit? When we looking at that part, when we looking at them, I can't speak on anybody else dynamic, but that dynamic is weird to me. You're trans. I guess maybe you want to be like a lesbian couple or some shit. I don't know. Cause Caitlyn Jenner cut his shit off, but still like women.
I don't think he cut it off.
Oh, that's back to my point. You're still a man that want to dress up like a woman, but you still like women. So I get there's different variations because every trans person is not like that for sure. Like, but wait, hold on. My mind's getting confused. Who do they date? If you're a trans man, you try to date real men, or you try to date women, I guess, right? I don't fucking know. This shit's so confusing to me, bro.
Damn, Trail, get off dick, man. But nah. Like I said, in my mind, just people do whatever the fuck you want to do. He said, Trey, you the most confused guy.
What happened? What happened? What Trey say?
Nah, he just like, preach Bryce, logic is key. Pastor Bryce in the building. Bryce 100.
I think D-Friend agree with this topic though. It's just like, what's the point if you
all this shit to me is confusing. It's all confusing, right? But the thing about these conversations is when you have these conversations, they try to always turn into like a hateful thing when nobody's even being hate. We're just asking questions. I'm kind of confused. Like I was watching a video where this guy named Michael Knowles, he was supposed to be speaking at a college, right? And it was talking about ending transgenderism, right? He's talking about all these things. And the video is just him speaking to one of the people at the protest. He shows the protest, his producer's interviewing people, and a mom was like talking to the guy, and she was like, trans rights this, trans right that. I got 4 kids at home, and all of them are trans. When I heard her say that, when I heard her say all 4 of her kids are trans, I was like, the probability of that being a thing makes you feel that at a certain point, I don't want to say everybody. Maybe there are some people who have the true whatever thing in their mind or whatever. Whether you agree with it, don't agree, whatever. But when you have 4 transgender people living in your house, that makes me feel like they're just going with whatever you're teaching them. It's not they feel it because the probability that you have 4 transgender children in your house, all 4 of your kids are transgender. It's like, come on, bro. That's where it's kind of like,
yeah,
I don't know about that. Like I said, live your life, peace, deep, love be upon you. But if you're talking about all 4 of your kids are, the probability of that, like the trans community is such a small percentage of America. And you tell me you got 4 that just came out of you. And you don't think some of that's probably predicated on what you preach at home? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. That boy, it wasn't Hassan Campbell. It was one of them dudes that's like that. But he was like, I think it was the dude that was that was talking with Whack 100. I don't know his fucking name. It's the skinny. He real skinny. He was like, D-Wade.
Flying like you the one waking up with things in your ear.
Y'all boys slugging, boy. Y'all be waiting, boy. Hey, man, we don't want no toxic chat, man. We don't want no toxic chat, man.
That shit funny.
But no. He was saying D-Wade living through his son. Like, one can be basketball, and then the other part of him is the one that likes, the other child is the one that likes to get fucked in the ass like he do.
Bro, where do people get these things? Like, I always wonder where people get this logic from.
Gabriel Union.
But what makes him want to get fucked in the ass? Why does he got to want to be gay?
Well, I could be highly assuming.
You probably are.
When you come out in an interview and say that, nah, niggas like to be fucked in the ass, and I know it from personal experience, and then try to
she said that?
Later on, I wasn't talking about D-Wade. Yeah, she said that. She was on Sway when she said that. And so everybody implied that she's talking about D-Wade.
Yeah.
And I think she actually referenced D-Wade into that conversation before, but not in that exact interview. Like you said, red pill people be on this shit. So, in my eyes, she's a bug.
Y'all niggas like detectives. Y'all be finding any little. Well, look at nigga. Let them nigga live their life, man.
That shit happened like 5-6 years ago before Red Pill was even. I mean, obviously the topic's been around, but Red Pill wasn't even a thing. Like, I had no idea about that shit when I heard that conversation. It was just a wild conversation to have about D-Wade, one of the best athletes in the world.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't too much after his retirement when we heard this shit, and it just. Even if she wasn't fucking him in the ass, she knew that everybody was gonna think that she's talking about him. Like, that's just common sense. So, for people to imply and think it was her, I don't think people are delusional thinking that she was talking about him. I don't think that's delusional. And then my next point to this is when you said that the households and these people and kids being raised are most likely vindictive of the culture and the parents. You can say the same thing for this case with D-Wade and his children. And obviously Gabrielle Union's sick in the head, so I don't even gotta mention her. Cause getting a kick out of fucking niggas in the ass, bro. I don't know where's the woman in you. You gotta be a man.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Shit's with the whole thing with D-Wade. My whole thing was like just kids kissing and posting on the internet. It's like I feel like you're just trying too hard to be like your kids trans. Like I said, like live your life, do your thing. Because like I always say, if my kids ever grew up, like I wouldn't be not all that. Hey, give me surgery. I ain't doing none of that shit. We're gonna actually talk about this shit. We're gonna how the fuck you? Why do you think that? What the fuck going on? But I'm not gonna hate you. I'm not gonna kick you. I'm not gonna fucking cast you off to the world. But this like I feel like at this point now he's like, okay, I've accepted this. We become the pinnacle of like a black father promoting and cherishing their trans. So now anything they do, I have to kind of be like, I can't like say anything like, oh, we don't like that. I have to be the most accepting. I have to be the most whatever. Like I feel like that's what it is at this point.
I also think that D-Wade and Gabrielle Union know they're on the right side of the society when it comes to this topic. Like when I talk about gay being a personality trait or being ultra liberal being a personality trait, even though it's unrealistic. Or like you said, what you said, ultra transparent is really, when we talk about being productive, is not realistic. But they know when you do that in this society, they get brownie points, which often lead to them getting more deals and more looks in the later on future. So I think this is his post-retirement plan, just like Gabrielle Union, to a certain degree, which is nasty to me. So I don't know, bro. It's just nasty.
I mean, it's just a society. It's like society is starting to like with corporate. I don't know what they call it. They call it like in the liberal and conservative world, the culture war, right? That's what they call it. When you have like major companies making like stances on certain things, like we stand against this, even if it's like something that like it's 50-50 on with like even the Florida bill, right? Like it's like 50-50. And I don't think it's 50-50. I think they did a study that 70% of Democrats who actually read what it is would probably agree with what it is. But when they make certain stances, you make this side good, this side evil. You got Nike talking about it, you got Disney talking about it. You kind of X out a large majority and you're pretty much saying like this is good, this is bad. And if you're not on this side of it, then you like, for example, I don't know if you know anything about H3H3 podcast. I don't know if you know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I just watched that shit.
When he got in trouble, right? He tried to toe that pandering line, and what happened? One thing you do, one thing you say, they don't like it, you're done, your sponsors drop you. Why would the sponsors drop you? You didn't do nothing crazy. You didn't say, hey, let's kill somebody, we hate this people. You're making a fucking joke. You said, this guy has a sweet voice. I'm assuming he's a bottom. Take all your sponsors.
And to me, it's like, the fans and his advertisement demographic gonna get you way more money than that small ass crowd that's upset, and that's what's kind of weird. It's like, are you like at this point y'all don't even care about the money? Y'all just trying to push nasty agendas.
And even the companies like pulling out, it's like, was that like to me it makes it look like damn like so that thing is enough to pull all your ads for that like it wasn't nothing crazy like I said. It wasn't nothing like I said, like, hey, we hate gay people. All gay people going to hell. Yeah, it wasn't even nothing. It was just, he was making fun of a guy named James Charles who's gay, who's like a sweeter gay who you would assume is probably a bottom because he screenshot his Amazon thing and you can see he bought adult diapers. And they was just speculating on why he would buy adult diapers. They was speculating because he's a bottom and, you know, when you get mess around the booty, you might have a little bit of leakage, right? That's just what they assume. And people got mad at him about that. And it's like, that's what's going to pull my sponsors. But like I said, when you live and die in that good versus evil, like in his apology, he said, if y'all thought that was bad, what do y'all think about conservatives who say, like he's trying to like, but they're the real evil ones. Like, bro, it's not going to work. They don't give a fuck.
Now you're on the wrong side of the fence, big dog.
You're lumped into whatever it is. There's a way to express your opinion on certain things. There's a way to express your opinion on shit that you really believe in, even if you believe whatever you're saying without being a pander. Like there's a way to do it without pandering.
To me, it's like how like you don't see the slippery slope. You don't see how this shit can turn right back on you with the cancel culture. Like you're an idiot. And to me, when you say shit like that, it's like, well, you deserve to be on that type of list, bro, because you ain't even got no backbone, bro. Only reason you feel a certain type of way because you the one getting counseled. If it was anybody else, you'd probably be going for it.
You'd be cheering for him. You'd be cheering for it.
Yeah, so
I kind of feel bad for him and the funny thing about that is, the funny thing about that shit is, Jordan Peterson told him that was going to happen to him. Because like a couple months ago at the beginning of the year, he deleted Jordan Peterson episode off his podcast. He's like, I realized that Jordan Peterson is this, the way his rhetoric and his things is dangerous, yada yada yada. And Jordan Peterson pretty much told him, he was like, the same mob that you are aiming to please will one day devour you, and they will do it with glee. Good luck. And then a couple months later, look what happens to you.
Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and say like Jordan Peterson, I agree with everything he talk about, but come on, bro, this nigga's the most.
But that's the thing about society, you don't have
thought out
to.
Nigga you gonna find.
Why can't people just agree with certain things, disagree without it being like you're evil, you're good, you're the greatest, you're bad. It's just, bro, it's like some things you agree with, some things you don't. It doesn't have to be so hyperbolic.
Exactly.
I don't have to hate you. Like, I like watching Joe Rogan. Some things I agree with Joe Rogan on, some things I don't. And that's just the way that it is. And that could be anybody. Charlemagne. I agree with Charlemagne on certain shit. He's funny, but then sometimes he get too like Charlemagne panders a lot to black women because he's scared. That's his, he knows that's the demographic he really needs to thrive. So he panders a lot. And it's not, and like I said,
well, at least he feels that's the need.
And the thing is, it's not even that you can't have certain opinions on what you say. It's like the way you tell you, like if you have an opinion about a black woman topic, you can express that opinion. But some people feel like they got to go extra over the top and look thirsty in their opinion. When it's like, bro, you could have just said this, and we would have got your point.
Either they gonna sugarcoat some shit, or either they sugarcoat some shit, or even stray away from a topic that they know gonna be too controversial.
Yeah.
Or they like kissing ass. So it's like, bro, you don't have a backbone, bro. When it comes to that demographic or that conversation.
Yeah.
And that often just loses respect over time for me. Because for me, like you said, he feels that he needs that demographic. It's like, bro, you're amazing, bro. Just being a funny, he kind of a shock jock too, but
funny, insightful, thoughtful, so you kind of think shit out, things like that,
bro,
right?
You good. Be that person. Nigga, Cat Williams say some of the wildest shit ever, and there's many other people that say some of the wildest shit ever, and women still fuck with them. Like, I think sometimes men like that are more, obviously they're worse to women, but it's like they put on gloves, like baby gloves with women. It's like, bro, women can take certain shit. They may be upset in the moment, but they can take certain shit, bro. Like, I'm sorry. And I've seen that numerous of times. So it's like, you kind of treating women like they, like, really less than a normal man that maybe even red pill. I think panders and simps treat women more disrespectful than a red pill dude, because a red pill dude is just trying to hold you accountable to the adult that you are.
You think a pander and a simp is like a white liberal?
Being a simp is like a white liberal, probably worse, but yeah, they the same. But
I'm saying like they try to like, we can help you. We can. It's like, motherfucker, I don't need all that pandering shit. Just let me be. I got this.
Yeah. And I know we was a little off that topic, but I think my last point with the D-Wade and his son shit is like, when you look at Magic Johnson's son, maybe I'm just out the loop. I think his name Ernie Johnson or something like that. Maybe I'm just out the loop.
Ernie, that's the guy on NBA. That's the guy on NBA Tonight with Shaq.
It's
EJ.
Weird. I know I'm not tripping.
It's EJ.
Okay. But what the E stand for?
I don't know. It might be Ernie.
I think it's
or
Ernie,
maybe it's Irvin. He's probably named after his dad, Irvin Magic Johnson Jr.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, his name isn't Magic, but Irvin Johnson Jr.
So my point is with him is like, besides him kind of being like, I know he was known for having like fashion shit or kind of being out there, but his like life is not publicized.
Yeah.
Like, and even if like your D-Wade, your son's gay, what's the point of publicizing this shit and holding him to the scrutiny of society? Because he's going to have to answer some questions as a father and as Zaire Wade. Being in the limelight of society and your relationships, your sex life is always in public. We've seen how it affects Kim Kardashian now in the long term and how it's only going to get worse the older her kids get. Bro, like, when he gets older, bro, when he goes to school or when he goes to a job or anything, he probably may not ever have to do that shit. They can probably protect him, but let's just say how people get sensitive to social media. Bro, he ain't gonna always have the baby guards in the house type shit. So I think it sets them up for failure and depression long term. Versus like Ernie EJ, yeah, we all know he's gay. Maybe that may not be like, if you Magic Johnson, you may not want that, but at the end of the day, he is what he is, but he's living his life out of public's eye. You love him, whatever. Why? Like that should be your child. That's how. Even if he wasn't gay, that's how you should be treating your child.
Yeah.
Like, why are you being in the limelight? Like, just for being a certain type of way, not a talent, not a art, not being creative, just your sex life. That should not be the reason that you're in the forefront of society or why I'm pushing you. That's just going to lead to detrimental results. And I think when I look at a person like EJ, obviously, I think he's a better example than D Wade. Two highly uber successful men in basketball. Sons could have questionable lifestyles compared to their fathers being straight, and their fathers may question that. I think one handled it a lot better than the other one, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I get what you're saying, because like it's like this person, regardless if the Zaya Wade wants to be trans or whatever, it's just weird to like push a child out there, even if the child like I want to be on
it's
Instagram.
Clear marketing.
It's a child. Marketing. It's still a child at the end of the day. It's like, why is this child getting so much attention? Like, why are we putting this child on Front Street? Hey, here's my child. Look at this. Do a magazine. Go hang out with Michelle Obama. Do this. Do that. It's like, like I said, it just looks like it's one of those things like, hey, look, I'm a good person in whatever society is now becoming.
Like, even Willow and Jaden, bro. Like, I get on Jaden and Will all day. They at least was known for their talents, their thoughtfulness, and shit like that. Maybe they were out the loop. Maybe they was a little loopy, crazy, spiritual people, what people on the outside may say. But at least they were educated to a certain degree. At least, like, that's what their main forefront is. Whether it's with their music, it's spiritual shit, or whether it's with, like, him having the water shit and trying to clean society. Like, these niggas are actually know. He might put a dress on, but he's also known for plenty of other shit. Only reason I know Zaire Wade is because of transgender. And that's wrong.
Zaire Wade is the son that plays basketball.
Okay. I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about, though. I could have swore I double checked it today. I could have swore.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. That's what I thought. Because when I look it up, I only see Zaya. That's why I know Zaya. That's the only thing I ever see when people talk about it. That's why I know like the girl name. Real quick. But anyways, yeah. What was I about to say? I about to say something. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I think it's weird putting kids, like using kids as things, and like we're doing press conferences because now my child's out and we're doing this, we're doing that. Like, bro, Michael Jackson was 10 times more famous than you. I don't know what the fuck Michael Jackson's kids do. Like, I don't know. Like, we only know about your kids if it's a strategic thing behind it. Like, we're doing press conferences about the shit. We're doing this about the shit. And nobody would even probably ask you about it if I didn't do like this big thing about it. Like I said, love your kid. That's your kid. But is it exploitation? Is it like, what is it?
It's clear marketing, bro. It's clear marketing. You can even say it's a sacrifice. They using their child as a sacrifice. He ain't got to die, but he ain't got no life that he could live on his own. I think they pushing that shit on him. So to me, all around nasty. All around nasty because it's only marketing for Gabrielle Union and D Wade. They benefit the most with with him being transgender. Yeah. Nasty.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, hour 30, I think it's great. We had a lot of great conversation, a lot of fun conversation. Let me see. Anything y'all talking on the chat?
I got some chat stuff and get out of here.
I don't want to hear anything from someone with the name Flying Low, flying on the down low. That's a hypothetical joke. You really want Diddy to come out so you can shoot your shot? Nah, I just want Diddy to come out. Hey,
let's be real. Flying low could be under the... that's nasty. I'm trying to cover up for my boy. Like, flying under the radar, man. You ain't trying to be known by ops to police and shit. But that still sound a little questionable.
Oh, so you want to take up people in the chat. I can do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You want flying low on your side. See, we got Trail the photographer. And if you remember the story about the 1622, he was a photographer. So he's like, the nigga stealing my moves with the 16 and 22-year-olds. That's why he's so defending of it, because he's a photographer as well. And that's these photographer niggas games. They get you, hey, do a photo shoot. I'll make you a star. I got your black, Flying Low. I got your black. But nah, Wiz, I just want Diddy to come out to give you hope so you can live your truth. We don't judge over
y'all here. Y'all shooting slugs at this point. Y'all just shooting slugs at this point.
We always are here to support you in your journey, Flying Low. If you're on the bottom, we won't disown you. They're reaching. Photographers got to stick together, man. I don't know what type of shit y'all niggas be doing. But now,
Hey,
that's all
man,
I got.
it's all love, though. Y'all niggas funny as fuck.
Yeah, that's all I got. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Y'all can follow Bryce on his social medias. Oh, shit, that's my social media.
And Reactions.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. My bad.
Thoughts.
Shit.
You good. Emerald Gamer and Reactions on YouTube. Emerald Thoughts on Twitter. Yeah, if you want a little spiritual action shit, you can hit me on Emerald Thoughts on YouTube as well.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter, too. Yeah, that's all we got, man. Y'all have a great night. Bryce in Utah.
Shout out to
it's a little earlier than it is here.
Shout out to the big man on campus, Charles.
Shout out Trill. Shout out Don Terra. Shout out, whoever was in the chat earlier. I forgot what his name was. Big Daddy Tavior. That's his name, man. Big Daddy Tavior. But anyways, I'm out.
I ain't hating.
I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys back tomorrow, man. D-Friend Daily. We back tomorrow with another episode. More shit to talk about. More shit to discuss. See you guys in, man. It's your boy D-Friend.
Boy, be nearly.
Peace.